This is equivalent to 7 weeks of non-attendance in his or her online class. So yung 20% na required na ma-attendan ng bata ay 7 weeks na wala siyang attendance. So pwede na yung i-withdraw or no longer in school na yung bata or not participating in the activities. Pero hindi pa rin siya pwedeng i-drop out kung hindi nag-withdraw ang mama at ang bata. Teachers should note that the contact or communication efforts may vary depending on the distance learning modality and may include but are not limited to electronic and digital communication, using of designated drop or pick-up kiosk, middleman for printed modules, phone calls, text messaging, handheld CB radio, letter correspondence, or attending classes or meetings, and or physical interactions between parent, guardian, and advisor within the parameters of the existing local national health safety protocols of IATF for COVID-19. So dapat ito yung mga format of communication or contact efforts para ma-communicate natin yung mga parents. Pero dapat it is within the parameters ng ano ba talaga ang safety protocols na sinabi ng IATF. We have to take note that reporting cutoff date for enrollment count is as of October 9, 2020. Take note of that, teachers. Now, for the third form is School Form 3 or SF3, books issued and returned. If the school is releasing books and other learning materials to learners, SF3 may be used. So, sa mga paaralan na nag-supplement na mga books at iba pang mga learning materials, kailangan kayong mag-supply or magpalabas or gumamit ng SF3. This form can also be utilized to record the distribution and retrieval of training modules. In using SF3 for the recording and monitoring of modules, the title of the book shall be replaced with an appropriate reference code or with the title of the module being issued or distributed. So, kung nagpalabas kayo, nagbigay kayo ng mga training modules or mga books, dapat ang title ng mga book should be replaced with an appropriate reference code. Example, ang title ng book na ito ay Science and Health. So, i-replace niya ng mga reference code at yun ang mag-a-appear sa ating SF3. For the School Form 4 or the Monthly Report of Learner Movement and Attendance, this form is the consolidated report of School Form 2 and the adjustment are as follows. Ito na. Ang SF4, ito na yung consolidated report ng lahat ng sections na nag-submit ng SF2. Instead of a monthly submission to the district division office or school form shall only be submitted quarterly. So, nung una, sinubmit ito ng monthly. Ngayon, ang SF4 ay isasubmit na lang quarterly. So for first quarter, magsubmit ng isang School Form 4 ang isang paaralan. For second quarter, another. For third quarter, another. And for fourth quarter, another submission. Ito na. For letter B, replace the column for dropout will no longer participating in learning activities. So yung column sa SF4 na drop out, i-replace yun ng no longer participating in learning activities or NLPA. NLPA is a status of learners whose parent or guardian or even the learner has failed to communicate or has not made any efforts to contact Thai class advisors for at least 7 consecutive weeks. Pagkatapos ng 7 consecutive weeks at walang proper communication yung mga nanay, yung mga guardian or even the learner sa teacher, ibig sabihin yung bata na yun ay matatag na siya as no longer participating in learning activities or NLPA. This status is also appropriate for learners who have expressed desire to stop participation in any learning activity. If the learner is expressing desire to continue participating in learning activities after 7 consecutive weeks of non-participation, the school head may assess the situation and decide for the best interest for the learner. Ngayon, pagkatapos ng 7 weeks na hindi nakipag-communicate ang bata, pagka ika-8 weeks, bigla na lang siyang sumulpot at sinabing gusto niyang magpatuloy. Ngayon, nasa jurisdiction ngayon ng school head ang pag-a-assess at dapat ang decision ni school head ay for the best interest ng bata. Okay, ang SF4 din ay nadagdagan ng additional data fields para sa mortality or death. Ang panglimang form ay ang tinatawag nating School Form 8 or SF8 or the Basic Health and Nutrition Profile. For this year, the parents and guardians may administer the actual measuring of weight and height and submit a reading result to the class advisor. Si parent mismo ang magsusukat kung gaano kataas o katangkad ang bata at gaano kabigat ang bata at isasubmit niya ito sa class advisor. For parents or guardians who have limited resources or ability to make the actual measurement, they may seek the assistance of a barangay health worker or other health professionals. Halimbawa, yung mga mama ay wala talagang tape measure, wala silang kagamitan para masukat ang timbang. Maaari silang pumunta sa mga barangay health worker para magpatimbang at magpasukat ng height ng kanilang anak. The reading result may be reported to the class advisor for encoding in the LIS. So yung result ay ibibigay sa mga class advisor para ma-encode naman ni class advisor ito sa Learner Information System. Now, the updating of the SFA through the LIS facility is highly encouraged for elementary grade levels but not mandatory except for the learner recipient of any program promoting health and nutrition. Junior high school and senior high schools are not required to accomplish SF8 and update BMI and LIS. So, klaro yon na ang elementary grade level lang ang encouraged pero hindi mandatory. Except na lang kung ang learner ay recipient ng mga program na promoting health and nutrition. Example, yung mga program na feeding program. Pero, ang mga junior high school at senior high school ay hindi na required na mag-accomplish ng SF8 or the Basic Health and Nutrition Profile. Now, School Form number 9 or the Progress Report. Instruction and guidelines related to assessment and computation of grades are available in Deped Order number 31, 2020. The following may also be considered in the preparation of SF9. Ito na yung kailangan nating i-consider pag nag-SF9 na tayo. Letter A. Indicate at the bottom part of each column the learning modality being adopted in each quarter. So, kailangang maka-indicate sa baba ng column kung anong learning modality ang ginamit or inadopt for that quarter. Letter B. The character traits and core values portion of SF9 are not required to be accomplished. So, meron tayong character traits and core values portion na makikita natin sa SF9. Pwede na yung wag na nating i-accomplish. Now, for School Form number 10 or the Permanent Record, SF10 shall be prepared at the end of the school year. The department shall also issue further instructions in accomplishing the said form. Nevertheless, for grades 5 and 6 who are still using Form 137, instructions for SF9 character traits and core values shall be applied. So, yung gumagamit pa rin ng Form 137 ng mga grade 5 at grade 6, yung character traits and core values ay pwede nang hindi natin lagyan or i-accomplish. Now, how to check the forms? To minimize physical contact between individuals and thereby to reduce the possibility of COVID-19 transmission, the process of checking of forms shall be simplified. So, para wala ng physical contact, maiwasan natin ang mga transmission ng COVID-19, mas pinasimple ngayon ang pag-check ng mga forms. The division level checking of forms, which is conducted by the Division Checking Committee as stipulated in Section 5, paragraphs A1, E2, and C2 of Deped Order Number 11, Series of 2018, is hereby suspended. So wala pong checking of school forms in the division level. The annual checking of school forms shall only be done at the school level by the school checking committee. So, nung unang mga taon ay darating ang mga division checker. Ngayon po, ang mag-check ng form ay sa school level na lamang po. The school level checking may be conducted through online or on-site, provided that healthy and safety protocols are being observed. The result of the checking of forms initiated by the school checking committee is deemed finals and can be used by the school to complete its submission to or in LIS. So, final po ang ano pong ma-check ng mga school level checker, final na po yun at yun na din ang i-encode natin sa LIS. The department shall issue further instruction in accomplishing School Form 5 or the Report on Promotion and Level of Proficiency and School Form 6 or Summarized Report on Promotion and Level of Proficiency at the end of school year. So abangan natin kung ano yung further instruction ng Department of Education tungkol sa pag-fill up natin ng SF5 at SF6. And for paragraph 4, the adjustments made, which will be posted in and can be accessed through the Learner Information System, shall be incorporated in the school forms for school year 2020-2021. So yung mga adjustment na pinag-usapan natin kanina ay ma-access na natin yon sa LIS at dun natin i-incorporate ang mga form for school year 2020-2021 sa lahat ng mga public at private school as well as the state local colleges and universities offering the basic education. The regional schools division offices and even schools are highly discouraged to introduce localized forms that only duplicate data in this nationally issued form. So, pinagbabawal po na dinidiscourage po na mag-introduce tayo ng localized na form sa mga sinabi ng SF1, SF2, SF3, and so on and so forth. Kasi po, para wala ng duplication ng mga data sa mga inisyo ng Department of Education para sa lahat ng paaralan. For paragraph 5, this memorandum shall only be applicable for school year 2020-2021 unless otherwise extended. So ang memo na ito ay for this school year lamang, pero pag i-extend pa, pwede. Pero pag hindi na in-extend, this school year lang to applicable. For more information, please contact the Planning Service, Office of the Director, Department of Education Central Office. Meron pong email ad at meron telephone number. And for number 7, immediate dissemination and strict compliance with this memorandum is directed. So, kailangan i-apply ito sa lahat ng paaralan na nag-offer ng basic education. So, once again, thank you so much for listening. This has been Sir Alan Madino saying thank you so much and God bless us all.